If you have any questions, please leave a comment. As you watch my video, if you have comments, if I skipped over something, or if you want to know a little bit more about my solar power system, please ask me. I would love to hear what your opinion is, or if you have a positive suggestion, please let me know what your experience and or ideas, or just leave your experiences and your comments. Hi, transgender lovers and friends. This is Regina coming at you from Sacramento, California, about something that's dear and close to my heart, and that is solar power. And what we're doing today is we're doing my first solar power test that has been successful. I've been trying to do this for the last 6 years on a small scale, not a big scale, a small scale, to get the ins and outs. This is my solar panel. It's an 80-watt solar panel. It cost me about $80, $100. Not very expensive, very cheap. Alrighty, so now moving along. I should have gotten a 150-watt solar panel, but I did not. If you can see, the sun is out. It's not very strong for December. It's kind of it's not very warm, not very hot, but it's still enough to charge my battery a little bit. Here's my cabling, my wiring. Make sure that you lock down your solar panel so some thief doesn't come by and steal it. Apparently there's a lot of thieves in Sacramento. So following the cables, I'm going inside so you can see my setup. Now my wiring is kind of a little mess. Sorry about that, but later on I'm going to have time to straighten it out. Alrighty, and here's moving along. There's my cable mess. Sorry about that. There's my battery. There's my solar charge controller. Yep, my solar charge controller, which I'm very, very happy with. Here's my battery. Here's the battery that cost me about $110 on sale. It's a brand new battery. I've had it for a year. Of course, I let it sit. Big mistake. I was very lucky that it didn't completely desulfate. I believe that's the term. My red post has red wiring. The standard red wiring, I think it's 1, 2, or 3. The size of it, I went for what was recommended for what I'm doing. So always stick with all the correct sizes of what you're doing. Because I'm doing a small project, I'm only going to be using the smaller solar charge controller. The green light charge for load, and the 2 red lights indicates that it's about 40 to 60% charge on the battery. And my wiring goes from the solar panel to the solar panel there on the figure to the and then the battery to the battery, and then I have the extra leads for running something off the solar panel. So everything's connected. Here's my post, positive post, and then some information on the battery, my negative post. Again, everything is color coded because I think that's only right. Don't be lazy when it comes to color coding your wires. I know it's a little bit more expensive. Alright, there's my solar charge controller. And this is like the first time I've was able to get it up and running correctly in the last 6 years since starting this project, maybe even longer. Can I get a drum roll? Here we go. Now, for the future, I'm going to be using a whole different setup, of course. But for right now, let's get that drum roll. Building up the intensity and the excitement. And we're getting ready to look at what Regina will be doing. I'm pretty serious about solar power. Here she comes. Come on, come on. Show me what you got. Alrighty, here we go. I'm leaving you in suspense just for a minute or two. I'm just looking over my notes. I don't want to miss anything. Here she is. Look at that big black box. What does that big black box do? Here it is. Here it is. I didn't put those cables on there, by the way. Those cables came with the Eliminator! The Eliminator! The Eliminator! The Eliminator 17 1750 watt capability, enough to run your entire apartment. I just want to run a couple lights in my apartment, and maybe maybe the computer, or maybe something else too, my TV or my stereo. So I'll be running my eliminator using for my stereo, my television, my flat screen TV, and maybe even my computer. Again, these wires came with this unit, and I bought this unit for, what was it, $100? I don't remember how much I paid for this unit now that I think about it, but we're not going to be using this unit today. We're using the smaller unit that's coming up after this. Again, this is 1,750 watts. That's what it's rated capacity for. I'm not going to use that much, of course. And again, this is the eliminator. It took me a long time to get this guy. Had to search eBay for something. I thought I probably should have gone for 2,000 or 3,000, but that's for like big homes or a lot of output. So pretty happy with this. Very happy with this. Alrighty, and I'm very proud of this unit. Yes, I have used it. Yes, I have used it. It tells me how much it has a little readout on the back. I'm not sure if I showed it to you, and that little readout tells me how much what my voltage and my amperage is that I'm using at the time, or how much it's. Now I'm going to be using this 500 watt inverter here. The eliminator is of course an inverter, 1750 watt inverter, and this is only a 500 watt inverter because I'm only going to be running maybe one or two, three lights in my home. But I need to get another battery. For some reason, this battery drains really fast. I noticed that with my smaller battery, which I'm going to get a smaller battery, the 20 or 35 amp battery that I used to have that died on me. I did not know I could bring it back to life. My big mistake. And so I got an 18 amp hour battery. But they seem to last for like, well, my 20 or 35 amp hour battery lasted me about 4 days. 4 days on an average on one charge. Yes, I do have a battery charger for when it rains. And right now I had to use my battery charger to bring this battery back to life because I did store it for 1 year and didn't know I wasn't supposed to store it without charging it, keeping up the charge. Alright, moving on to our test. Here we go, here we go. Are you excited? Are you as excited about solar power as I am? I am totally excited. I've been off doing other projects, finishing up other long-term projects, so I finally was able to catch up with this long-term project and finish and get it to this point. I've got so many different irons in the fire, and I've pretty much got most of all of those projects completed. And this is one of many ongoing projects I still have. Here I'm just setting my lamp, my fluorescent lamp, or my bulb lamp. Sorry about that. What are they called? FCLs or FLCs? On the ledge there. I'm going to connect it to the solar panel, to the battery, to the inverter, and let's see what we get. Roll, drum roll, please. Drum roll, come on, get excited, get excited. I'm excited about this free power and we'll talk about that toward the end of this video. Free power. What does free electricity mean to you? I know what it means to me. I just want to be able to leave the lights on 7, 24, 365. 7 days, 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. Up, the blue light is on. That means my the power is going to the 500 watt power inverter. Here we go. But my light's not on. What could be the problem? My light's not on. My inverter's ready. So what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? My battery's charging. I got at least 63 to 40% electricity. Let's move over here and take a look. Oh, I gotta turn the lamp on. little on and off switch. I didn't even see it. It was so dark in my room. Now this one lamp, it's a 19 watt bulb. I think it's equal to like a 80 or 100 watts. Lights up this entire living room. That is a lot of power. I'm totally stoked. I'm totally excited about this. This is what I do. A lot of times you might see me in the kitchen or out doing something else, but I'm at home being the scientist, doing stuff of this nature, and also working on my Jeep or whatever else I need to be doing, or one of my other projects, one of my many other projects. All right, we have power. We have free electricity after the initial cost. And you're thinking, well, what is free power? After the initial cost, this whole project cost me about $300. Not counting the eliminator, of course. Not counting the eliminator. Look at that. Boy, would you look at that? Would you look at that? I'm so excited. Wow. I'm finally getting free power. Later on, when it gets sunnier after sometime in March, I won't need a battery charger. I'm using right now. I'm going to start. I haven't even started charging up this battery using solar panel because I finally just got it. Today is opening day. Today is my first real test day. So I'm probably going to use solar power because I only get 4 hours. I only get 4 hours because my apartment, the rest of the time it's either night or it's I'm getting shadows in the morning until about 12. I get the shadow in the morning until 12, so I can't really charge up my battery at that time. Plus, I do go to work, so while I'm at work, I've got to. I can't just leave my solar panel charging. Not in this neighborhood. So anyway, I only get about 4 hours to charge using it, the solar panel, and the rest of the time I'll use my battery charger to step in and fill up that void. But come summertime, I won't need to be using my battery charger that plugs into the grid. I'll just be able to charge up the battery using the solar panel and the sunlight. So far, I've spent $80 on the solar panel. I believe it cost me 80 bucks, maybe 100. I'm not sure. The SLA battery, sealed lead acid battery, cost me about $110 on sale at one of the local battery stores, brand new. I have a charge controller, cost me about $15. I forget exactly what it cost me. It cost me somewhere around $15. The wiring cost me. The wiring was expensive because it's your 1 or 2. What is recommended for using gauge. It's a 1 or 2 gauge or 3, whatever it was recommended in that class. That's what I'm using. It's either the 1 or the 2, or maybe the 3. But I don't think it's a 3. So I'm saying it cost me like $20 or $30. It was very inexpensive. I have a battery charger that I bought that cost me about $40, and I'm very happy with that battery charger. I've only had to use it a couple times to kickstart my battery that I stored for 1 year. Don't do that. Do not store your batteries without charging them, because you will destroy them. They will go bad. And then the lock and cable, less than $25. So I have about, I'm overestimating this, $300. Now, why am I talking about money? Why am I talking? Because it's important. $300 here. The average person spends about $1,200 to $3,600, $3,600, $1,200 a year on electricity to power their entire home. You know, that's running the air conditioner for about anywhere from 3 to 4 months during the summertime. Running your heater, you know, again 3 to 4 months out of the year when it's really, really cold. And if you have a child, that even goes higher. So currently, my electric bill is about $800 a year. But now, minus the $300 that I spent on this system, as each year goes by, my savings from this point on is going to be anywhere from $500 per year. So I'll be spending, I don't know, less than $300 a year to power my apartment. That's per year. Let's see, because it's been costing me, I'm guessing, about $800 per year to power my apartment, because I don't use a lot of power other than my computer. I don't even have a TV, but I am going to get a big 65-inch flat screen television. That's later on down the road. There, look at that light. Would you look at that light? I'm so proud. I'm so happy at this point. But yeah, this is where I'm headed. I'll probably be saving. Once I get my second battery, I'm going to be using that second battery for all my lights. I'm going to power my Christmas lights, my everything else, and just charge it during the daytime. My real savings will come in March when I'm using my systems. And again, because I'm always at work, or if I'm not at work, I'm in college. And if I'm not in college, every once in a while I go out. I don't go clubbing out anymore as much as I used to. Clubbing got really old really fast. Well, I mean, I went to a lot of clubs trying to meet somebody. Never happened. In any case, with all the things that I am doing, I wasn't at home using a lot of electrical power. But now that I have more time to spend at home, I will be using solar power because it saves a lot of money. And lastly, and this is about the end of my on and off. I'm testing the system to show you that it's coming off the off my solar panel and not off the off the grid, off of the system. But basically, I just want to say one last thing: in your face, PG&E. In your face, PG&E. I don't know how you feel about that, but this is how I feel about it. I'm sick and tired of those people gouging me every year for using a little bit of electricity because they want to get rich. How many houses can you live in? How many cars can you drive at one time? Anyway, I digress. I want to get back to my system, showing you how it works. I don't have a video of my battery charger, but I'll do a separate video on my battery charger. It's really simple. It has all the bells and whistles. It varies the battery charge, so so the battery charges evenly to all the different cells. It's for standard AMG and a gel battery, and it does pretty much everything that you wanted that a battery charger should be doing. It's not just charging marine batteries. It charges this is what they classify as a marine battery, or an SLA, steel lead acid battery, and it's good. All right, I'm coming to the end of my video. I will talk to you guys soon about my next step on my solar power system. Have a great day. This is Regina signing off. Good night.